In this video, we're going to make a little program that takes in two different numbers and can check whether they're greater than, less than, equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or not equal to. So if I run this, it pops up a little message saying true, because 10 is greater than 5. So we're comparing number 1 to number 2. And it works for all the other buttons as well. So false is going to be equal to. If I change this so that 5 is equal to 5, now get a true message. Now, to achieve this, I've gone and created the program. So I've got two text boxes, and the names of these, that is text number 1 and text number 2. And I've added also 6 buttons. Their names, button check more, button check less, button check equals, button check more than equals, check more equals, button check less equals, button check not equals. So I'm just going to show you the example for how to do one piece of code, and then using the different conditional operators like greater than, less than, equal to, you should be able to work this out. So double click to add the code. Now what we need to do is store the numbers. So we're going to make a variable for the two numbers, and we're going to store this as an integer type. So now to store something in number 1, do number 1 is equal to cint function lets us convert to an integer, and we're going to get txt number 1 dot, and we're going to get the text that's on there. What that does is gets the text or the string that's stored in that text box, converts it to an integer, saves it in number 1. And we're going to do the same for number 2. So now I've got our two numbers. Now we need to compare them. So we're going to use a new idea here for dealing with selection. It's called an if statement. So if number 1 is more than number 2, then we want to do something. So we're going to basically make a message box. Inside the message box, we're going to say that it is true. We can put whatever message we want in there. Just remember, you've got to use the speech marks. Now, to do the false option, we use the keyword else. So this is what will happen if the condition here, so if number 1, when it works this out, it goes number 1 is greater than number 2, it gives us a true false answer. So if it's true, it does this section. If it's false, it jumps down to here. So I've got message box, and in here, let's write the false message. So the answer is false. Now I'm going to start this and run the program. So I'm going to put in the two numbers. So 5 is greater than, is more than 7. No, it's almost false. If I change this to be 8 and check it, gives us true. Now if I put the two being exactly the same, it'll give us the false message because the two numbers need to be identical. It's not less than. Now, don't worry about the little error messages. So we've got our basic code here. What we now need to do is add similar code for all the other buttons. So we've got a less than symbol, equals, not equal to. So different symbols. So equal to is an equals. This is not equal to, and less than or equal to. You should be able to work out the rest based on this amount of information.